So going into this movie, what were your expectations?
Very low.
Very low?
Like, incredibly low.
I'll actually say middle of the road.
Middle of the road?
Mm-hmm.
See, mine were cautiously optimistic because this is the first Transformers movie not directed by Michael Bay that isn't
Alright.
animated from the 80s.
Did it help?
It certainly did. You want to do positives or negatives first?
We can do both. Both.
You can't
is
do them
fine.
both first, you dumb
so
shit.
what are we going to do both?
What?
No, we'll do positives first.
I'll start.
Okay.
I really enjoyed the opening to this movie.
I love the opening of this movie. The Cybertron fight.
Spoiler.
Okay, well, you already
It's
ruined
okay.
it.
Well, we're 2 minutes into the movie. We could say it starts on
Alright,
Cybertron.
fine. It made me realize that I could watch a movie called Transformers.
Just set on Cybertron.
Just set on Cybertron with the Gen 1 Transformers.
Yes.
I would watch that entire movie because this opening was great.
Okay,
Yeah.
hard positive. Gen 1 designs. Big
Gen
fan.
1 designs.
Yep,
I love the Gen 1
designs were really good.
I've seen a few episodes of Gen 1. My main Transformers time was like 2005 to 2013.
Mm-hmm.
And that was when Transformers Prime was on TV. Great show. This movie, the designs, holy crap, beautiful.
Yeah, really nice.
Way better than anything I've seen in the past. And I don't hate the designs of the Transformers, at least in the first Michael Bay movie.
Some of
Maybe
them
the
are a
second.
little clunky
Some
after
of them
like
are
the
a
third
little
one.
clunky after the third one. Yeah, they definitely got pretty lazy after the third one. But this one, oof, beautiful.
The one that John Goodman voices in
Yes,
the
Hound.
fifth one,
Yes.
it looks fucking terrible.
He has a beard.
It made
Made
of
of
like
car parts.
I was
Yeah,
gonna say,
it
is it
looks
made
bad.
of like bullets?
it looks pretty bad. That Transformer looks terrible.
So after the movie happens, there's this little like it's basically like an after credits thing, but it's like a special like this is how we made the movie and stuff like that. It's like
Yep.
from the directors and the producers and stuff. They were saying when designing the characters, we want to be closer to the original design. We want each character to be different from the other, and we want them all to like have their own unique color palette.
Yeah,
That
it can
is
tell
a
them all apart.
That is a direct jab at the past 5 Transformers movies. How every Decepticon is all silver and just gears.
And
shooting everywhere.
they also took another jab where they were like, we just stripped away all the gears, and we were like, it's okay to just put a giant panel on
Yeah.
their chest rather than
people can go. That's the car part, you know.
yeah, easily identifiable.
Oh
Yeah,
my
very
god!
nice.
they were
I felt
throwing-
like this is one of the reasons why I like this greatly more than the other ones. Is
Yeah.
just it looked at them and went, okay, what worked, what didn't, what worked, the
Yeah.
effects, the transforming
the
itself.
actual transformations, because like that is one of the better parts of the Michael Bay movies. Is
Absolutely.
when
Well,
they actually
the first
transform.
few, because
The first few.
in the recent
will say-
ones they go
How about the
in like a
first
metal
three?
liquid.
The
First three, yep.
Yep.
The
First three
Shia
have great
LaBeoufs.
effects. The
The
Shia
Shia
LaBeoufs
LaBeoufs-
have great effects. Yes.
The Shia LaBeoufs have great effects
And,
and great transformations.
And what didn't work? Well, it looked like a junkyard nuke was
Yeah.
happening. It didn't make any sense.
The fights are still pretty clunky because the climactic fight looked pretty clunky.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, every Transformers fight looks a little
Yeah.
We
clunky.
really can't say a
But-
whole lot more
I
about
can't
the
say
climactic
about
fight.
it. I can't say anything else but the climactic fight. The climactic
It's
fight.
okay.
Oh my god.
We're gonna dance around it. It's
All right,
fine.
so the positives were the effects were pretty good, and the fights were
Beautiful
really
design.
good,
I'd even
and the designs are really good.
say
The story, comparatively to the other Transformers... Okay, well, comparatively to the other ones, it's fucking Mozart, fucking Shakespeare. But I'd say the story as a movie is, like, really good.
It's competent.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say
competent.
really
It's
good,
simple,
but it's competent.
It's good.
Simple
I'd
little
say
thing.
Haley Steinfeld. I enjoyed her as Charlie. She didn't do a bad job.
Yeah,
She's
she's
not like
alright.
Mark Wahlberg levels of like I'm an engineer.
I want to
Thoughts, feelings,
slightly
twice.
mention the plot real quick. It was kind of like the Iron Giant, which was really funny because we talked about the Iron Giant on the way there.
That is so funny. I never thought of it like that, but it
It
definitely
reminded me very heavily of the Iron Giant, like found in the junkyard, like
It's a weapon, but
it's also a friend.
Yep.
And then it saves him at the end of the military.
Because he remembers that
And
he is
yeah.
a gun.
So
Don't
me
talk more about the
no-
plot of Iron Giant because
Me
you could
no
be spoiling
gun,
it.
me Superman.
Yeah, exactly.
It's the Iron Giant.
It
And
was
Wow.
The
Wow.
The
Yeah,
Iron
right?
Goliath. Let's
The
call
more
it.
you think about Bumblebee 2018, the more parallels
that's
with
why
Iron
I
Giant
think
came
it's a little bit.
up. What the hell?
We're still
how
talking
about the Iron
positives.
Goliath because he's not a unit.
We're talking about positives
God.
still.
I'm still on positives.
It copying the Iron Giant was not a positive for me.
Okay.
It was the Iron Giant.
Yeah.
What the hell?
You just
Oh.
tanked the movie for Jake.
No, you didn't tank it. It's just like, how did I spent 2 hours watching this movie, and at no point did I think Iron Giant. I thought,
Well,
oh,
that
what a
means
nice
the movie did it
And-
in its own way and well.
It did
Well,
it in its
at
own
least
way
for
enough.
him. I noticed Iron Giant like
Yeah, it did
Very
it in its own way
fast.
enough. I really liked, and they were talking about this in the director things, but I noticed this too. The eyes were bigger in Bumblebee to it made you kind of empathize with him more than the junkyard explosions of the other movies.
Positive B was the best character in the fucking movie. He was
absolutely.
great. Everything he did was hilarious and stupid, and like he was
John Cena's the best character. Yes,
he was like a dumb puppy. I loved him.
Yes.
I was so happy every time B did anything. I'm like, yeah, because Bumblebee is my favorite Transformer. Bumblebee is my favorite Transformer.
There are really funny scenes in this movie.
Yeah, there are really funny scenes in this movie.
Yeah.
That all three of us laughed out loud.
Stand out, laugh out loud, stand out scenes.
But B is my favorite Transformer, and I love B so much in the whole movie.
Yeah.
Do you remember the scene in the last one where he fights Nazi robots?
Flashbacks for like a minute.
Yeah. I wanted that to be this.
That was
But it was good. That was the best scene of the last night, because that movie's like a 1.
Nah, I mean, no. I can't really think of a good part.
I can't think of a good part, so there you go.
Yeah, Bumblebee was loaded with good parts, actually.
Loaded's a strong word.
No, it has
say
multiple.
There were multiple good parts, as opposed to most Transformers movies, which have like none.
Yep, absolutely. I loved the partial transformations. You didn't really get to see a whole lot of that in the previous movies, which is something that like I really felt was lackluster, because when I hold the toy, I can start transforming it, but it doesn't have to transform all the way. It's like fine. And then in the house, he's like got like a little moped version of himself, just kind of reeling around.
He looked like Wally in that scene. He had like the wheel legs, but the human upper.
When he was good. Running and his cab was still transformed.
Yeah, that was really cool.
Things like that, where like the partial transformations are really good.
I love that. It felt like it was like a real creature kind of interacting with the world. And I think that's like the big appeal of the movie, obviously. So.
Yeah, he seems a lot more human.
So yeah, I think the CGI looked pretty well.
Any other wonderful positives?
No.
Some of the songs they played were pretty good. They played "Everybody Wants to Rule the World."
Yes.
Love me some Tears for Fears.
Big time.
Felt like it was a little oddly placed, but yeah, I like the song.
Hey, we could talk about negatives.
What a transition.
We could talk about negatives.
Who wants to start?
Was it the 80s?
It was the 80s. This movie loves to remind you it's the 80s every 10 seconds.
Yep.
Hey, look, we're watching 80s movies. Hey, look, it's 80s technology.
Hey, look, Alf.
The forced lines in this movie to remind people it's the 80s made me want to shoot myself.
Oh, there's one more positive before we jump into this, but when John Cena pointed out that their name is Decepticons and the
that was the
military is
best
trusting
joke
them,
in the movie.
But then that kind of circles back to negative for me, because why are you only getting shocked at that and not shocked that all the robots speak English?
Yeah, I said that to you.
Yeah.
Why do all the robots speak English?
It's the Superman problem. Both versions of the reboots of Superman where everyone on fucking Krypton speaks English perfectly.
In earlier Transformers movies, they literally say, we learned it from
English
Earth.
From the World Wide Web.
Okay, well, you can't even from previous Transformers, because the past 5 before this one all contradict each other.
That's true.
The Earth was a Transformer at the end of the last one, okay? No spoilers for Bumblebee. Spoilers for Transformers The Last Night. The Earth was Unicron. And
that's actually usually what it is.
Like, if they hadn't jumped the shark, I didn't know you could jump a planet. That was rough.
That's actually hot take. Unicron in most Transformers narratives is Earth. I'm not saying it justifies it.
It doesn't.
Some stories do it a lot better than others.
Regardless of what was, I don't care.
No, I understand.
There's a lot of times where if something like an adaptation will be bad, and then I'll go, this part is bad, and then someone will say, but in the original it was like that. It's like, I don't care.
No, I agree. I agree with you. I'm just saying, like, Unicron, I'd say I'm probably the Transformers expert out of the three of us.
I would also argue that challenge me.
I like
the Transformers expert of the three of us.
All right, fine, shit.
Bumblebee, my favorite Transformer, because he's yellow.
But yeah, there's a lot of Transformers stories where Earth is Unicron. But again, I'm not saying it justifies it. It's just.
But we're talking about the negatives of Bumblebee, not the negatives of
negatives of Bumblebee.
Movies.
All right,
the acting sucks.
John Cena's character sucks.
John Cena's bad. The main girl's not good, but she's not bad.
I liked Haley Steinfeld. I thought
fucking
she was pretty
Momo from Avatar: The Last Airbender is not that good.
Oh, his character's so forgettable.
The family's not good.
They were a discount white family from Ant-Man and the Wasp, and that family already sucked.
B was best boy.
B was best boy,
and he didn't have voice.
The supporting nerdy black guy reminded me of like young Eric Andre.
Yeah,
I could not unsee his face plastered onto this actor.
But like Eric Andre is a lot funnier than.
Oh my god, yeah.
He has jokes at all.
He had an established character at all. Like this kid literally shows up like 50 minutes in.
I'd say like a half hour. He's introduced a half hour when she's at her job for the first time.
Yeah, but like when he's really introduced.
Yeah, like 50 minutes in.
I'm gonna say that the universal criticism these movies always get focused way too much on the humans.
Yep.
I would say this one focused maybe. I don't even know if this is.
I
true,
will
what I'm
say
gonna
the dynamic between Bumblebee and Charlie, which is Haley Steinfeld's
Interesting,
character,
yes.
was great. I'm
I
just
feel like
saying,
that's what was missing from the other movies.
yeah, there's definitely no heart there. Like Shia LaBeouf, I don't feel like he's actually friends with Bumblebee.
Well, Bumblebee shows up and does like Bumblebee stuff to him, and Shia LaBeouf goes like, "Oh no, what's happening? Oh no, I don't know what's going on." Like, shut the fuck up. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
He's
You're so right. That is
And
how
then
Shia
she
LaBeouf-
actually has like a character and personality.
Yeah.
It's where it's like, wow,
There's like a
someone
scene.
interacted with her.
I know we're on negatives, but there's a scene where like, her and her mom have some discourse.
Mm-hmm.
I actually enjoyed that scene. It was an understandable, logical blow up from both
of them. Yeah.
You know, like I was like, this is not contrived. There's no point where the conversation just pivots and makes you go, "What?" I understand both of them.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe not like sympathize with both, but I get where they're both coming from, and I thought that was pretty well acted.
I really enjoyed the themes of the family dynamic where she's trying, like everyone else is trying to quote unquote move on and just kind of be happy, and that's like there's metaphors and there's also like literal ways of doing that and stuff like that. That was really well done. I didn't like how some of it was pretty heavy handed. Like in the garage with Bumblebee, she's like, "No, don't touch those. They're my dad's." And then she goes on this like 3-minute monologue.
Everything
like,
on this movie
I
was
love my dad.
Everything on this movie was surface level.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Everything was explained. Like when she's like, "My name's Charlie. I'm 18 years old. Today's my birthday."
she
We
was
already
starting
knew
to
that.
read off her script. Charlie, 18, brunette.
Okay. On top of that, so in the movie, his name is B-127.
And then she conveniently calls him Bumblebee.
Alien robotic name, right? And then on Earth, he's dubbed a more human name, right? Okay.
Bumblebee.
On one of the moons of Saturn, they're like, "Where's Optimus Prime?" And he goes, "I'm Cliff Jumper, the robot." Like, you either gotta commit to giving them all dumb names that are from Earth, or call them all like C31017.
C-3PO.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like,
Also, she's like, "I'm gonna call you Bumblebee because you sound like Bumblebee."
Fuck
No,
you.
he doesn't.
He made buzzy noises. Leave him alone.
He made 0 buzzy noises. He made mechanical shit noises.
Oh, so we were on negatives.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, we can talk about the fuck title cards now because oh my god, fuck you.
There were
the
2
movie
title cards and
opened
Ian shit
with a
himself.
robot alien war on a robot planet, and it had the balls to say Cybertron on it. Like, are you fucking kidding?
Then when Optimus Prime
Bumblebee
in the
tells him to go to Earth.
Optimus Prime in the previous scene says, "B, you should probably go to Earth." Title card for Earth.
Cut to Earth.
Fuck you.
It didn't even say where, it just said Earth. Like,
At least it didn't show me the Golden Gate Bridge and have the balls to tell me it's in San Francisco.
Golden Gate Bridge showed up, and I was waiting for it
San
to say
Francisco.
San Francisco.
I almost shat a brick.
Charlie and sidekick
Momo from
Momo
Avatar:
Eric
Avatar:
Andre.
The Last Airbender.
Yep.
Young Eric Andre are driving, and they end up at a place, and then they just
it's
leave.
yeah.
And it's like, why are they here? Why does it matter?
Why does the scene matter?
Why does the scene go nowhere?
Because they have to have character development between her and Eric Andre.
And that was good up to when they arrived.
Yeah, no, it was
The
fine.
scene, when they get there is when I have the
I
problem.
didn't feel like they had a lot of chemistry.
No, they didn't.
The
They had zero
movie,
chem-
even
The
though it's
mom-
yeah, no, we're not there yet.
That's what I liked at the end.
Well,
I
that's
would have
'cause-
liked it less if they just started making out, and it's like, was there really enough there for that? And then she
They're
goes,
not Megan
"There's
Fox."
not enough there for that." Jake turns at the screen, looks at me.
They're not.
He's really
Megan,
dead this time, Jake.
They're not Megan Fox and Shia LaBeouf.
Why is Megan Fox in all of them?
I don't even think there wasn't like
She looks
character
exactly the
development.
same.
I just don't think there were characters to develop in the original Transformers movies. It's testosterone. It's some guy jacking off onto a screen.
That's what Michael Bay does.
It's what he does. It's in all his movies.
That's why
Yeah.
Michael Bay sucks. But yeah, Bumblebee. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
It
Okay.
was better than the other ones. I
Alright.
can't say I like over enjoyed it. I like Venom enjoyed it, where I'm like it's not good.
No, Venom was way more fun. Venom.
No,
yeah, I
it
think
was more. It was like it's not good, but I'm like kind of enjoying myself.
I'm inclined to agree with Ian. I'd say I enjoyed Venom as much as I enjoyed Bumblebee.
I enjoyed Venom. Fucking Sky High.
I
11
enjoyed
out of
Venom
10.
more because it was like more fun stuff, but I enjoyed Bumblebee in the same way where you're like, okay, critically this is bad, but like I'm enjoying myself a little
So-
bit, you know?
Since we can't dive into spoilers, do you want to just jump into out of 10?
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right, I'm gonna give it. I'm between 6 and 7. Well, you
Wow.
that's a high number.
Those are some
You
high
think it
numbers.
under 5?
4.
Wow.
I was thinking 5 exactly.
I gave Venom a 5, and I didn't enjoy this as much as Venom, so it's a 4, maybe a 4.5
This is a
ish.
far better movie than Venom. The ending fight you could at least see.
I'm
He has a
I'm
point.
trying to think here. Is this the first time Jake's given the movie the highest score
No.
between the three of us?
I don't know if you were here for the Venom review. Oh, you
I was
weren't.
not.
Oh no, I gave Venom like a 6 in reality or 5 in reality, and then like I acknowledge that this.
I
is
could
a
give this
fucking
movie a 5. Like
11 out of 10
I
in
could
my
give
mind.
this movie like a 5, like a
I could be
passable
inclined
5.
to a 5.5, but I can't give it a 6.
Yeah,
Well,
a
I'm
6
leaning-
is a
I'm
high
leaning
number.
towards 6 out of then 7. 6 out of 7. Yeah.
6 out of
I'm
7.
leaning more
It's
towards
like a 10.
6.
Yeah.
But I really did enjoy it, and as far as the Transformers franchise, it is a
10.
huge step in the right direction.
I agree. I
Yeah.
agree.
As someone who liked the first Transformers movie,
I like the first one.
singular.
I like the first Transformers, and I actually kind of like the third one.
I don't mind the third one.
Third one's
Oh,
not
yeah.
bad. Ian,
Stop
shut up.
making noises.
Haven't seen 4 and 5. 2 is
Oh,
horrible.
Hot
2 is
ass.
hot garbage. 4 is worse than 2. Me and Jake went into the theater for 5, and I said out loud, "Can't be worse than the 4th one," but then it was.
Yeah,
See, I
remember.
disagree. I still think 4 is bad, or worse rather.
Oh, they're both.
Yeah.
Remember when
4 is
When-
my all-time worst ever.
Mark
actually.
Wahlberg stopped the Transformer sword with a regular sword?
Oh, that was funny. That was good. That
That's
was
why
All right,
it's the
all
worst
right.
like,
one.
no,
We're losing focus.
I
Here
could
goes
give
the
it.
fun.
I could give B a 5. Because it's a passable movie. It's just not.
I'm not trying to lobby for you to change
No,
your
'cause-
score.
It's a passable movie. It's Venom actively is bad, like as a movie. This is at least passable, so I should give it as same rating.
I'm gonna stick to a 5.
Yeah, on a technical level, I gave Venom a 5 out of 10.
Yeah.
On a technical level, Venom's like
Enjoyment
a
level,
3.
fucking 11 out of 10.
On a
Bumblebee,
technical.
I'm sticking with 6.
All right, let me put it this way. How about I'll put it this way. Bumblebee overall, 5 out of 10.
Yeah.
The opening scene on Cybertron, 9 out of 10.
Oh, yes, daddy.
Good scene.
Fuck
yes.
me up, please, with Cybertron.
That is my summary. Bumblebee, 5 out of 10.
Yes,
the
but-
opening scene, 9 out of 10.
So
Opening scene was
Cybertron
great.
in the first Transformers. Okay, this has nothing to do with anything. In the first Transformers,
Yeah.
the Cybertron opening, or rather, the flashback to Cybertron when Optimus Prime is
Did they say they were on Cybertron?
yes?
Title card?
No.
Okay.
Maybe I don't remember. It was,
It was
a long time
2009.
ago.
That was before
But
the title
he was,
card was invented.
Optimus Prime was monologuing about the Cybertron war, and it flashed back. Cybertron in Michael Bay's eyes is this huge silver ball with spikes everywhere. It's like this, like the end of a mace. That's Cybertron floating through space, and the robots are fighting him from each spike to spike.
Are you
throwing
thinking of a
spikes at
mace
each
or a
other.
flail?
They're throwing spikes at each other and jumping from spike to spike and
No, that
trying to
sounds
shoot
about
each
right.
other. And then Megatron is the big spike monster who looks like a fucking collection of spikes on top of a big spike, and he's like, "Oh, I'm killing all the Autobots." It's like, what is it even happening? Like, it feels like a bunch of knives taped together in spherical fashion. That's Cybertron in Michael Bay's mind. And in this Cybertron, you get colors, you get shapes, you get blacks. Soundwave and Starscream and Shockwave were all in the opening. And well, it's pretty funny because one turns into a sound like a fucking cassette player, which is like a foot wide. But
Way more than a foot wide, Chief.
no, a sound player, like a fucking cassette, like the size of this binder in front of me. You know, like you put cassettes in.
Oh,
you hit play.
sorry. I thought we were talking about Ravager.
No, Ravager is a cassette, which is several inches wide.
Yeah.
That's why he popped out. Like
I mean,
a
Megatron
leash.
turns into a gun.
Megatron does turn into a gun, like a handgun.
Doesn't
So-
Doesn't Bill
doesn't
Skarsgård?
Starscream switch sides at some points?
He does that a lot, yeah. Usually his own side.
Not in the movies, in the show though.
And he's like the Magneto of the Transformers.
No.
If Magneto didn't have any character, yeah.
Magneto
okay.
sucked.
Yeah.
Magneto suck.
But no, so just to see Cybertron in live action the way that it is in every other version except Michael Bay's Transformers
was good.
This was
really rewarding
This
for me.
was Cybertron.
It felt like, oh, I could watch 10 more movies just set in that.
That's
fucking
what I'm
thing.
saying, dude. If it was just the opening, if we just saw the opening and left, I'd be like, Bumblebee's gonna be great.
Hell yeah. Yeah, go see it. It's all right.
I'd say go see it. I'd say
Support
see-
not Michael Bay Transformers movies.
Yes.
Yes, support non-Michael Bay Transformers movies.
Hell
Support
yeah.
not Michael Bay movies.
Support anyone but Michael Bay.
There are other people you shouldn't support.
Kevin Spacey.
Uwe Boll.
Uwe Boll?
Uwe Boll.
Support Uwe Boll.
Best guy of all time.
Harvey Weinstein.